In the mid-19th century, arguments over whether slavery should be allowed or if it should be abolished arose. Events like the writing of Uncle Tom's Cabin, the Dred Scott case, the Wilmot Proviso, and the election of 1860 all contributed to the ever-growing discontent between the anti-slavery North and the pro-slavery South. Eventually, the South decided it had enough and officially seceded from the Union, therefore starting the American Civil War. The first major battle of the Civil War was the Battle of Bull Run. Union soldiers led by General Irvin McDowell marched from Washington, D.C. down to Manassas, Virginia, where the battle would soon take place. This was done in an effort to capture Richmond, the capital of the Confederacy.
On July 21, 1861, the Union would invade Virginia to fulfill their plan of taking Richmond. The South, however, was not going to go down that easily. They were at a severe disadvantage with having 6,600 less soldiers than the Union, so because of this, they were losing significantly.
Because of this, General Pierre G.T. Beauregard sent reinforcements to counterattack the Union infiltration to avoid further advancements of their soldiers into the southern mainland. The reinforcements arrived shortly later that afternoon and would try to push back the invading Union soldiers. Also, just FYI, the estimated total number of Union soldiers was 28,450, while on the Confederate side, with the new reinforcements, the amount was now 32,230. However, around 18,000 of these men on both sides were very poorly trained, so numbers didn't really make any difference. Moving on, the Confederates were doing well and successfully countered the Union's invasion, putting them on the defensive. The Confederate soldiers decided to put pressure on the Union's right flank. This attack was successful, and the Union was being pushed back on the right flank. With now little to no resistance on the right flank, the Confederacy was able to push in deeper and deeper into the front line. Now, the Union's next plan of action would probably be to counteract this move. However, the Union in this battle, like I said, had a lot of poorly trained men. And with poorly trained men comes poor organization, coordination, and other decision-making skills. And don't get me wrong, the Confederacy had the exact same issues. Anyways, as I was explaining, the Union had coordination issues, and out of this confusion and fear of not knowing what to do about the drastic advancement of the Confederacy on their right flank, the Union decided that they were basically doomed and just chose to run for their lives and retreat. This led to a victory for the Confederacy and a loss of the Union in their attempt to invade Richmond. Because of this loss and the clear issues with cooperation on the battlefield, the Union realized that this war would not be as easy as they thought, and would be a very timely and costly war for them.
So in conclusion, in an attempt to take control over Richmond, Virginia, otherwise known as the capital of the Confederacy back then, this Union attempt failed, and they lost this battle because of a smart play from the Confederate. That was how the first battle of the Civil War went.